Hi guys. Okay, this is going to be a real quick video on what I do when I have my sew-ins, how I take it down, and what I do to maintenance it. First of all, when I have a sew-in, I'll keep them for about 2 to 3 months at a time. And normally I would always wash them, like, I don't have a certain time when I would wash them, but normally I would just do it when I felt like it needed to be washed. And when I wash it, I would wash the hair and like the scalp and everything. So this time, this whole summer I've had my sew-in, I've tested it, and I didn't wash my scalp, only the hair when I needed to. And for my hair, I found out that it has less tangling and matting when I don't wash my scalp. So what I do when I have a sew-in is I still put oil between the braids. I have my mom do it for me, so because I can't see all the way at the top. So I have my mom put the oil through my scalp about whenever I feel that it needs it, and then I'll have her put moisturizer on the braids. And I'm not going to say any products I use now because I have a lot left over from when I was discovering what worked and what didn't, so I'm trying to use those up, and I'm not using the ones that I'm keeping. So I have her put moisturizer on my braids and oil on the scalp. Then I wash it when I feel that it's starting to build up and get heavy and greasy looking and that kind of thing. And I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, and it's not a lot that I do. I just keep making sure that it stays oiled up and moisturized. And I keep making sure I get my ends good, so that way when I take it down, my ends won't be thin and needing a trim and all that. So I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing since that works good for me. So I've had my sew-in now since June. I just took it down yesterday. And when I take it down, taking it down it's not complicated, but you really need help with this because it can make you or break you, and that's where sew-ins get their bad name, because a lot of people can't take them down properly and they might cut their own hair, or they don't know how to take care of their hair properly, so when they take it down expecting to see a lot of growth and everything, they see less growth or maybe even damage, or the hair shorter. So what I do is I have my mom take it down for me. I pin the hair that's left out, like I normally have it left out on the top. I pin that up so she doesn't accidentally cut it. Then she goes through and she cuts the strings and everything and unravels it, takes it down. And while she does that, after she's done, I take a detangler. I spray all the detangler on, get a wide tooth comb, I comb it gently from the ends on up, and then I put on some type of conditioner, maybe protein based, moisturizing, it all depends on what my hair needs. And I coat it in conditioner, and I just do that in sections. You don't want to do it to your whole head at once. You do it in like, not small but not thick, like a good section that you can work with, and do that till your whole head is done. Then I will put a plastic cap on and just lounge around, leave it in for a while. Then I'll wash that out and make sure all of your hair is going in one direction. If you're washing in the shower, wash and have the water coming back at your scalp. But if you're washing in the sink, like when I have my sew-ins, I take them down and wash it out in the sink because I feel more comfortable with that. Like, I don't know, I just feel just quicker. So if you're washing in the sink, keep your head down, and you want to just keep it going like this, especially after you take down a sew-in. You don't want to wash it all on your head because it can cause tangles, and especially with a sew-in, you can get really bad matting from this. From having your hair braided up that long, and all the new growth, it tangles together and it can mat up. And this is where detangling really comes in at, because if you don't detangle good before, as soon as your hair hits the water, it's gonna get tangled, and it's gonna be horrible if you don't do it right. So keep it in one direction when you're washing. Then make sure you deep condition good. You can do a protein treatment if you need to, that's up to you though. But your hair does need it after sewing because it'll put the strength back in it, because sewings, it can weaken your hair, and having all that stress and tension from it being braided up so long and not being able to breathe, it'll be good to do a protein treatment. So sorry about that, my camera had no space. But like I was saying, I did a protein treatment that day to put the strength back in my hair, and so it won't be as weak and everything. And I'm giving it a break too, because most of the time when I always would do it, I would I don't recommend this at all, but I always would get the sew-in, and when I take it down, I'll go back and get it like the next day or something. But you should always give your hair at least a few weeks to get itself back together, strengthen up again. Don't just jump back into one. But after I did my protein treatment, after I rinsed it out, I put in my leave-in conditioner, and I put in a leave-in strengthener too as well. That's protein based. And I put in a little bit of serum. I blow dried. Well, my mom blow dried it for me this time. I normally do, but I was planning on flat ironing. That's why I let her blow dry. Then I flat ironed my hair. And keep in mind, my last relaxer was February, so I have about 6 months. So I have about 3 inches in there, and I get some shrinkage too. So this is the first time I flat iron in months, because most of the time with the sew-ins I haven't been flat ironing, and the little hair that's left out I just air dry and that kind of thing. So I haven't flat ironed in a long time. So I really had to flat iron and get it good this time because it's so thick. Like, my hair's always been thick, but it's a lot thicker now, especially since I've been stretching so long. And oh my god, this time flat ironing my hair, it took forever. But I'm glad I finished it and everything, and I'm glad I flat ironed, and I'm glad I've been doing this, because this whole journey, sew-ins is what really helped me. And I probably could do without them now, because I found out what my hair likes, what it doesn't like, protective styling. Like right now it's just in a bun, nothing fancy, just threw it up in a bun and everything. And I'm probably going to keep bunning it until I get my next sew-in, which is going to be the first week of September, because I go back to school the 6th, and I want to get it as close as that as possible, so it'll be nice and fresh. And I'm using a different brand of hair this time, testing different things out. You know, I'm still at home, so I can't get that expensive stuff, so I'm just testing out different things, see what works, what doesn't, what's good, bad. So I'll be going back getting another sew-in. I'm still stretching. I'm gonna keep stretching. I was gonna stretch until April of next year, which will be my longest stretch, but it's all gonna depend on how much growth I'm getting. My goal was to be armpit length by December, but I achieved it now, so that's great, which is early. So my next goal is bra strap length. So my earliest I would relax is around New Year's. I want to keep it that way. Like, since I'm in school, I don't want to just have a sew-in one day and then the next day, oh, my hair. Like, I don't like doing that, because when I have sew-ins, a lot of people can't tell that they're sew-ins unless you like stand over me and just stare. But I like to keep it when we go on breaks, like have a few weeks off of school, like winter break or spring break, things like that. So the earliest I would take my sew-in down and relax would be winter break, which is December, so around New Year's. But I'm aiming for April, which is spring break. That's what I'm aiming for. But then I even considered going longer until school's out, which is June, and then get it relaxed for prom. And by that time, when I get a relaxer and a trim, I should be around bra strap length, if not below shoulder blade, maybe more or less. It all depends, because I've had more growth these past months because of my growth aid. But it all depends, maybe more or less. But I think it might be more because I've been protective styling a lot, so I haven't been using very little to no heat. So when I flat iron, I was really glad. My ends are in great shape. Like, you can't even, I don't have any split ends. Like, they're pretty good. So I'm glad, I'm happy about that. So, I don't know. New Year's, April, or June. Help me out with that because I'm undecided. But other than that, I'm just thinking if I've left anything out. That's what I do to my sew-ins. That's what I do when I take them down. Okay, I think I covered everything. So, let me think. Yeah, I think I covered everything for now. But I have to go now, so I have to go dye my mom's hair again. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.